welcome to another episode of Two ManDem Talk Movies. I'm your boy Kwame.
And I'm your boy Enigma. And you know, we do, man. We review their movies with a ManDem twist, man. And I think this is one that definitely deserves the ManDem treatment, to be honest with you.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, so we're going to reveal the movie. The movie that we're reviewing today is Daniel Kaluuya's The Kitchen.
Good morning. This is the Law Kitchen, live and direct.
Shout out to Kibwe Tavares. This is a directorial debut as well. Did a great job. I think they both did an amazing job. Let me give a synopsis real quick. I'll give a synopsis. I'll give the shorter one, not the long one. At least they actually gave a decent one this time, but I'll give it. In a dystopian future London, where all social housing has been eliminated, Izzy and Benji fight to navigate the world as residents of The Kitchen, a community that refuses to abandon their home. Yeah, let's talk about it.
It was what I liked, the mythology building, the mythology of what The Kitchen is and what it represented. That happened real quickly. I like the pacing of that. I do like how the futuristic he made London look. We've had quite a few like British dramas and stuff that have kind of tried to go with the whole futuristic twist, but I think this looked great.
Did it not remind you of Shank? Do you remember that British film? It kind of had that vibe to it. It reminded me of Shank a little bit. But yeah, carry on.
Yeah, definitely had some shades of Shank, and you can tell he's picked up from British dramas and British filmmaking. It felt like that was definitely an influence on him. Great use of music as well, bro. There was a wide range of music. It really represented, I think, London and UK. There was the Afrobeat. You had your ragga in there. You had slow jams, and of course
some high life. Some
Ghanaian high life. Some high life up in there. Afrobeats up in there, and then like there was I want to say iconic but a dope scene. When they do the candy dance, everyone knows the candy dance in the roller derby. I just think that was dope, and it felt like he was definitely trying to touch on those things that all black people kind of know to do. Like, we love our music, we love our food, and we love our candy. Everyone loves doing candy. Yeah. It was a smart choice. Of course, got a big shout out to Kano, man.
So where do you live?
Kitchen.
The kitchen?
Yeah. Why you say it like that?
I'm so glad to see him like spreading his wings when it comes to the acting. Obviously smash Top Boy, but I think this gave him another role to have some bit of nuances to his performance, bit different. Wasn't just a roadman, was actually the anti-roadman type of thing. And I think it worked, man. And I think something that Kano's definitely, I don't even say he's underrated for, but that's a man that communicates with his face very well as an actor. Man, you can see where he's talking, how he's feeling with the eyes, with what is in his mind. Definitely.
I saw it from day. This is one thing we all know about Ashley Waters. Ashley D's a bad man when it comes to acting. Let's not even talk about him.
You're lying.
But when I saw Kano in Top Boy, I said, there's something special about Kano. He can act. Because not all rappers can transition to acting. We've seen it. It doesn't always work. But from day one, as Sully, he had it. And there were certain elements of dialogue he said in it that was like, you know what? Especially, that scene in Top Boy, which I know is now kind of iconic and legendary, when he said that, if we're not out here, the food dialogue, it's like, if you're not eating, then, you're going to be food. And I could never be food.
We are not monsters with food. And I could never be food.
It was like the delivery of that. And it's funny because when I saw Daniel Kaluuya in the interview talking about it, I know that's the scene, or one of the scenes that he was alluding to when he's talking about how Kano can literally deliver with his face, with his eyes, with his, without talking. He's got expressions that are very believable. Do you get what I'm saying? But yeah, carry on.
No, I think again, and he done a bad man. He really pulled out of the park, and I think he showed as well that he is definitely more than Top Boy. He'll be able to do more than Top Boy going forward, and I'm hoping man is giving them opportunities to move forward. Shout out as well to Jebediah Bannerman as Benji, man. Benji really done a good job.
Believable. I liked him.
Yeah. Child actors that are trying to kind of be hard, but the tough guy sometimes can come across as corny or whatever. But he was totally believable. He was authentic. You could see he wasn't really a Mo Road man. He kind of had that gentle side to him, but he was always trying to in the back of his mind, he always knew he wanted to do the right thing.
What?
You want to ride or not?
I got to give a shout out as well. Ian Wright, man. Ian Wright as Lord Kitchener.
The legend. The legend. The legend.
Look, bruv, I think he killed it as well. He had the right voice for it. He played his parts well. There was a lot more Ian Wright in the film than I expected, but I enjoyed it.
For real.
I enjoyed it.
He had a proper role, fam.
He was a dope character. And I mean, look, this is a spoiler review, so I'm gonna spoil a few things. When he died as well, and then you saw everyone come to the funeral, or the funeral home that Kano works at, it felt earned, man, because you could tell that he meant so much to everyone within the kitchen. You could tell that they were waking up to his voice every day. They heard him all the time. You can kind of go and say,
Lord Kitchener, you know.
Lord Kitchener, that guiding force that was helping them get through their days in the kitchen.
Get me.
So when he died, it had resonance, man. You see that it affected Kano. You see that it affected his colleague as well that knew him, that was from the kitchen, that had the kid as well. You saw that it kind of had that big impact, and I think that was the light switch that made Kano decide against what he originally was going to do, which was basically leave Benji in the kitchen. Definitely dope. Definitely dope. Can I give away... I mean, we've alluded to it. There was a twist. It's a spoiler review. It said it.
Sorry, guys. You're watching it because you wanted to know. You're watching it because you wanted to know.
Throughout the whole movie, we know there's an undercurrent of how does he know his mum? What's the relationship? Is he a brother? Is he Benji's brother? Is he Benji's dad? Is he anything?
Is he a long lost cousin?
Long lost cousin, whatever it may be. But it felt like it was a good undercurrent. You never was too sure. And then at the very kind of basically the last 10 or so minutes, when they confirm, when Benji asks, "Are you my dad?" and Kano doesn't even say yes. He just turns, gives a yes nod, and then he was like, "Would you want me to be?" And it was just, it was poetic, man. I thought it was dope. I think it was a good. You kind of felt from the beginning that was his dad, but because they never really revealed it, and even when Benji mentioned it, kind of midway through the film, Kano was just like, "Nah, bruv, go to sleep." So I think
Them ones.
It was. Do
you know my mum?
How do you know my mum?
Do you know how random he kept on doing that? It was just, remember when he said it to the other dude in the club as well?
How do you know my mum?
Random man's like, "Did you know my mum? What, did you bang?" Like, dude, stop it. Stop hoeing your mum out like this. She's dead, bruv. Fuck. Asking every dude if they knew his mum. Do you know how nuts that is?
Nah, bruv.
Like, seriously. Did you know my mum? What you saying, man?
His mama home.
Do you know what I mean? Freaking hell. Jesus. That's my new one. Watch when I see random people that, "Did you know my mum?" Like, what? Like, nigga, calm down. Like,
No,
what?
I didn't.
What? It's very funny. But yeah.
Yeah, that was joke. So yeah, I think there was a good reveal, and I think in essence, I know it had the futuristic look about it. It had the whole kitchen, oppression, blah blah blah. But I think in many ways it was just about a father who's been absent from his son, trying to reconnect to his son. I think that was a baseline of the movie, and that obviously we have that in Black fatherhood. We're known, sometimes to just not be there or to not be around, and I think again it just showed that he forget all the trimmings of everything around the kitchen and stuff. It really was about how can a father that's been outside of his kid's life and knows he kind of messed up, kind of fucked up, how can he try and get back into his child's life and be a positive influence on him. And I think everything, a lot of madness happened in between, but I think that was kind of one of the bottom lines and one of the main storyline I think that the film was kind of alluding to. So I think again that was clever as well. Some of the best movies, you can have the most extravagant setup, the most crazy CGI, but it's all about that human story at the end of the day.
That through line, that human story and that.
How do you know my mum?
I don't.
Was at the funeral.
Big shout out as well to Jamie's brother from
Hope.
from Top Boy.
Hope. He's a G. He's brilliant.
Yeah,
he can do well. He's got something.
Yeah,
I like him. I like him. He's got something.
He really done a good job as Staples.
Yes.
He like again that shows the versatility, man. Because obviously in Top Boy he's kind of that uni guy, the anti-road man. But in this one, he was almost like a Robin Hood road man, bro.
You know what I mean? He's literally Robin Hood. He's fucking Robin Hood, literally. Jesus.
He was doing it for the community. He was doing
you know what I mean?
For the
Them
community.
ones.
So
love it.
I like that.
But bruv, you know what? It was. Do you know what I liked about it? It was a nice blend of road stuff, but the reality of the road, and obviously they changed the dynamic because obviously it's set in a slight future, the slight distant future, as in like think about it, like it's like what 15 years from now. It's like 2040, 2030, 2035. It's not that far ahead from where we are now, and I like how they did that because it was quite realistic. If you actually think about it, 2040 is probably going to look like that. Like, let's be real, it's probably going to look like that. So that's why it's good that they didn't go too crazy with the futuristic stuff. It was like, it almost had a vibe of Blade Runner, with, kind of dystopian, like neo-punk kind of with the lights, at night. You always see the neon lights and shit, that kind of look. But it's, everything's not flat. I like how they use the drones, because that's realistic as well, because everyone knows that's coming in, how the police are, it was good. To me it was a realistic dystopian London, as in terms of time period. I think they did well.
With the score, I've been thinking about this. I'm gonna go 8 out of 10, man.
Ooh,
if I'm being honest. I know that's a bit high.
I
know that's a bit high, but I think it was a very well executed movie, man. And I think yes, some scenes might have dragged a little, but I think I was just fully engrossed in it, man. So again, and I think good performances across the board. As we said, we've mentioned all of the leads really done well. Even the side characters done well. So again, and I think, these movies would usually start with in 1995, UK was shut down, blah, blah, blah. No, man, just went straight to it. You got the mythology and you understood it, man. So I think he achieved a lot in a small amount of time. So I'm definitely going to go with, I'm happy with 8 out of 10. What are you giving it, bro?
Okay, I'll say this before I say my number. I did actually want a little bit of the backstory of how the kitchen became the kitchen. I did want it. I'm not going to lie. I did feel like that was missing. I think I would have... I'm not saying I wanted the whole Star Wars opening scene crawl, but I would have liked a little bit of maybe, I don't know, someone's... No, I wanted text on the screen because I don't think anybody needed to narrate the story. It wasn't really a narrated story. But I think if we're not going to get it within the dialogue, as in exposition as to how the kitchen became the kitchen, then we should have got a little bit of that at the beginning, just to basically introduce us to the world. Because it wasn't normal London. They showed us what it looks like, so let us know how it got to this level. But I get it, because at the end of the day, what they're trying to say is, if you pay attention to London now, that's actually where it's going. So they don't need to give us a backstory, which is probably what I'm thinking. That's what they were thinking. It's the not too distant future, basically. But anyway, I digress. I would give it. I was playing with 8 when you first said 8, but then when I started thinking of what I wanted to take away from it, I did drop it down to 7. But then I thought 7 is actually too harsh because it's actually better than that. So I will go with a 7.5.
Okay.
I will settle on a 7.5.
7.5.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we would definitely both recommend it, man. It's definitely a dope watch.
Oh yeah.
Definitely a good. A good start to his.
Very impressed. Career, man. Loved it. Love what they did, man. Like, it's up there. No, you can't sleep on it. This is a brilliant effort. Like, jeez, excellent.
Well executed British film. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
thought. If you agree, if you disagree, let us know. If you was a fan of The Kitchen, if you hated The Kitchen, let us know. Please drop a like, drop a subscribe, drop a comment, get involved in the conversation. We love hearing from you. So again, yeah, man, let us know and keep checking for the 2 ManDem movies. I've been your boy Enigma.
And I've been your boy Kwame.
2 ManDem talk movies, man.
Yeah.
We see you next time.
Peace.